is up, Metal4Metal universe? I'm PJ Steven, that's Dennis Parker, and we're here to give you another episode of the Metal4Metal news right here in our studio, and it's going to go right through your ear holes, just like it does every time, just like college. I want to get into it right quick and hard, again like college. Dennis, it's been a long time since we've actually seen each other.
It has been, because we don't work together anymore.
We don't work together anymore.
So,
because I love my life now, and you don't.
Right, and it's fucking terrible, let me tell you. It's
so tell me, what
the worst thing ever.
What have you been listening to?
The sounds of the voices in my head trying to make me kill myself.
Not to kill yourself?
Oh, okay. Oh, you talk about music.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the voices in my head that just constantly tell me to end my life and in this misery. Okay, let's see. I've been listening to a lot of actually Judas Priest lately.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Screaming for Vengeance and Painkiller. And a little bit of Bad Religion last night. I actually got home from work and I listened to their basically entire catalog for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, well, not their entire catalog, but I mean, I listened to a lot of stuff for like 2 hours.
It's funny you say that because when we were talking about our top 10 favorite albums, Kerry King on his list was Stained Glass by Judas Priest.
Right.
I listened to that whole record, and that's a good record. Stained Glass is great.
It's a good record.
Sad Wings of Destiny, I was also listening to that, so it's funny, we both listened to Judas Priest. But,
we're always listening to Judas Priest, right?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Another band that I've actually been getting really into, which is not heavy metal at all, but it's Three Dog Night. I've been listening to a lot of them.
What are they like? I don't even know.
They're like classic rock. They're kind of groovy. I really like them.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, their biggest hit is "Joy to the World." That's if you heard it, you'd be like, "Oh, that song." Not the "Joy to the World" like the Christmas song.
Right. That's exactly what came to my mind.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
But Three Dog Night, I've been getting a lot of them. That really groovy shit. Again, listening to Stained Glass by Judas Priest. And also, there's a live Accept record that I've been really getting into. It's a newer one that they just did. It's like their 30th anniversary tour. Or whatever. But I'm still an Accept fan at heart, and listening to that record was pretty damn cool.
They actually have a new album coming out in next month or
they
2
do.
months from now or
they
something
really
like that.
do.
Very soon. Yeah.
So we're pretty excited about that. The other thing we're also pretty excited for is finally, guys, Metal4Metal has some merch for you to purchase. This is the Metal4Metal sticker that my floor is slippery because dipshit decided to spill some water.
I did. I spilled my bottle of water.
But before he spilt the water, I've been looking for these stickers for the past 20 fucking minutes.
Okay, here's what happened.
Okay, now you're going to need to tell your side.
No, okay, here's what happened. So he tells me that he's looking for these stickers, right? So I'm sitting here reading the news, trying to articulate things in my head, right? And he's just like, I can't find the fucking stickers. But before he got here, I actually got to his house before he did.
Because I was, yeah.
Right. So he was at a show, and then he starts handing me all this shit out of his girlfriend's van, right? You know, and then like whenever he told me, like I asked him, I was like, dude, like what were the stickers in? He's like, they were in a Ziploc bag. Like you actually handed me a Ziploc bag,
and they were in his.
They were in my pocket the whole time for like 20 minutes. This guy, and I wasn't paying attention to him because I was reading the news. But then finally, I'm just like, dude, don't even worry about it. And he's like,
but I was irate because I was like, I gotta find these because I'm a fucking idiot.
But once I asked what were they in, which mind you never told me that you handed me Metal4Metal stickers, which I had never seen before.
That's true.
So
it's my fault all of a sudden.
It is, because I mean, if you had said like 2 Metal4Metal stickers, I'd have been like, and then I would have made a mental note, you know. But I thought you were just handing me a bag of crack like you usually do.
I do hand you crack
once a week. You hand me a bag of crack, and then we do our thing.
Of course.
I figured that's what it was.
Just another bag of crack.
Another bag of crack.
Well, guys, of course, we do have the Metal4Metal stickers. Please shoot a message to either me or Dennis if you guys would like one. They're just a buck each. They're actually made. I gotta give a shout out to my friend TJ that works with us with the Gutter Saints. Thank you guys very much for making these. And we appreciate it.
Very good work.
The other thing that we now have, of course, we now have our very own Metal4Metal t-shirts, everybody.
Very nice.
Very good stuff.
Very
we can give them to you in any size. You just order them and we'll have them out to you whenever. Shirts are $5 a piece.
Where should they order them from? Is that even a thing?
Well, just message me.
Message us.
And you can pay over like a Facebook message or whatever.
Right.
Like find us on Facebook, message us. and PayPal or whatever. Either way, we'll get your $5 and you will get your shirt.
Sometimes you can find me on the corner of Ashley Phosphate here and there.
That's true.
And then you can give me money for it there.
And then he'll just give you something that resembles a shirt.
If you're not actually looking for sex.
Speaking of why I was not here, and he was when I first got here, I was at a kick-ass heavy metal rock and roll show at Southern Shakers right down here, right down the road here, about 10 minutes away. The Gutter Saints having another fantastic show. This time, along with Silver Tongue Devils, who are actually in my living room right now, crashing. So we're probably annoying the fuck out of them with my annoying voice.
They're trying to sleep.
Yeah, but I'm wearing their shirt. Definitely give these guys a like, comment. Definitely give these guys a like, comment, subscribe on Facebook. Their Instagram is up, and of course on YouTube. Check them out. They're a kick-ass 4-piece band. They're really, really talented, and they're definitely going places. And we look forward to checking them out again. Another new band that popped up on the rise has only been around for, I guess, 2 months. These guys are young, they're hungry, and they're just really good chemistry for only 2 months. And the name of the band is kind of difficult to me. It was
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was at fucking work all night. While you're
it was like Dirtpod?
Dirtpod?
What was it? Dirtpod? That was it, Dirtpod. And they're really good, and they're really, so definitely give a like to them. It's yeah, definitely. We'll put a link in the description box right down there on the video. Like I said, a 3-piece band, very talented for being very young. I mean, they still got to find their way, but either way, fantastic stuff. Speaking of local bands, we just had our Metal Hammered episode with Energy. We look forward to putting that online for you guys to check out.
It'll be up on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, most definitely. And that was a really fun interview. I look forward to seeing them on Sunday with Alert the Media, who's another great band that we've been with. They're going to be at the Purple Buffalo in North Charleston. That completes our local aspect of the news pretty much. So now we're going to get into the international, worldwide heavy metal news that you guys are all hungry for.
Right.
And it's going to start off with one of my favorite band of all time. And someone's writing a book. What's going on with there, Dennis?
Okay, it's Harper Nonfiction will publish What Does This Button Do? This is going to be Bruce Dickinson's first kind of autobiography, which he has been famously known for not giving interviews about his personal life.
Yeah.
Right. But basically what this is going to do is, for the first time, he's going to give his recollections about his 30 years with Maiden, in the early days, his childhood within the eccentric British school system, going solo, releasing his dream of flying a jumbo jet, and his recent battle with tongue cancer. Dickinson is so much more than a frontman. He is one of the biggest bands on the planet. He's a true Renaissance man. They actually say he's one of the most interesting mans on the planet, which actually contradicts the Dos Equis guy, right? Wasn't he supposed to be the most
the Dos Equis guy is a fraud.
Right.
Bruce Dickinson.
I'm gonna have to cast my vote to Bruce.
He's a champion fencer. He's an
yes,
amazing
he's actually a good
frontman.
fencer, right?
Yeah, eat a dick. Dos Equis. I don't even like Dos Equis.
On top of actually being a fencer here, it shows that he's, obviously he's an airline captain. He's an aviation entrepreneur.
And he survived cancer.
Well, that's probably the biggest thing there. But maybe the biggest thing is he's a beer brewer. And
he's a beer brewer, yeah.
He's a beer brewer. A motivational speaker, a film script writer, twice published novelist.
Yeah.
Radio presenter, TV actor. My God, this man's done it all. So, I can't wait to actually...
Yeah, you know what I can't wait for?
Like maybe have you just read the book and tell me about it.
I'll just read it to you like as a bedtime story.
That would be fucking amazing. I can never sleep at night.
I would do that for you.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'm really looking forward to getting into this memoir is the fact that we actually never got an answer. The conversation of him coming back into Maiden to do Brave New World.
Really?
Bruce Dickinson left the band in '92 after Fear of the Dark,
right.
With the Blaze Bayley years, which we all know were not the best years for Iron Maiden when they did X Factor and Virtual 11. However, Bruce Dickinson, him and Adrian Smith, I don't want to say magically, but magically came back into the band around '99 so that they could record the album Brave New World. There's never been an interview or a book, to my knowledge, and to a lot of other people's knowledge, that
we'll go into detail about.
Yeah, they'll go into detail about the conversation that happened. Who called who? what happened. The only thing that we can talk about is, the history of Maiden that comes out in books and things like that. It's basically just like that, Bruce was back in the band.
It probably had something to do with money, I'm sure.
I don't know if it did.
You don't think
I
so?
think it had something to do with the fact that Bruce just wanted to be solo for a little while. And Adrian didn't like the way, because Adrian left after Seventh Son.
Yeah.
He left right before they did No Prayer for the Dying. So I think Adrian left because he wasn't in the direction the band was going, so he went to do his solo stuff. And Bruce has always wanted to do solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Tattoo Millionaire,
awesome.
Chemical Wedding, I think is still... That's the best album that Bruce has ever touched solo.
Yeah.
It's an amazing record.
I think it's better than some of the Iron Maiden records, honestly.
The Trumpets of Jericho.
Right.
God, that album is just really good. But either way, and Bruce was done with that, so he went back into the greatest heavy metal band that's ever walked the planet, Iron Maiden. But I'm looking really forward to seeing if this talks about that. If it doesn't, great. I'll want to hear more from Bruce Dickinson anyway about his travels and about him overcoming cancer, his childhood as becoming a frontman. He was first in the band Samson. They used to open for Maiden all the time, a part of that new wave of British heavy metal that we all love: Diamond Head, Angel Witch, Witchfighter General, Hell, Grim Reaper, all those great guys. So Samson was definitely in that category. And without that whole thing, you wouldn't have seen Bruce Dickinson and Iron Maiden. So I'm looking forward to hearing a lot about that in the book.
Yeah. Just a note here in the article also does show that Iron Maiden have sold over 90 million albums worldwide, while Metallica has sold over 100 million.
Get a dick.
Just saying.
Whatever. I do want to touch real quick on the title of the book. What does this button do? I think that goes.
Yeah, what is the what do you
I
think
that goes with
the
fact that Bruce is always wanting to push the limit. He's always wanting to ask a question. What does this button do? I'll figure it out. What does that button do? I'll get that. I think that has something to do with that. I don't know.
I thought that was interesting too, because when I first read the title of the book, I had no idea really what that entitled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe you're right.
Yeah. What else we got?
We got some Slayer news, which we
always love Slayer news.
Yeah.
It's coming from metalsucks.net.
Yeah, Metal Sucks here, and it's basically saying that Tom Araya says he and Kerry King are dealing with unfinished business matters, which is kind of the dark side of heavy metal, is whenever the money gets involved here. And of course I'll put the link in the description so you can read the whole thing, but I'm just going to give you a brief Cliff Notes version of what all this is saying. He's just saying that he's thinking that their last album, Repentless, was basically just half
of Slayer.
I remember
that
Slayer.
Interview, yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that half of Slayer is in there, and that it really he doesn't feel like he wants to make sure that he was compensated for his work in there. And I mean, it's really just kind of seems that Tom Araya wants to retire. You know what I mean? That basically Tom Araya can retire and be happy, spend time with his family, and Kerry King, if Slayer would call it quits, he would not know what to do with his life. Or maybe he would just want to, he just wants to keep pushing the legacy of Slayer further and further and further, while Tom is just fine with just, I'm cool with it.
I mean, that... And, I'm probably getting stoned for this. Coming from someone who thinks that Kerry King is slightly overrated, I think that Kerry King is a slightly overrated guitarist. His look is fantastic and he can play, but I don't think that he has the technical skill that everyone just, loses their tits over.
Yeah.
I think that is true. That if Slayer died, Kerry King would be working. I mean, he wouldn't be working because he'd have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that, I don't think he would be doing pretty much any project or anything like that. Tom Araya would want to spend time with his family. I mean, I could see Tom getting a job at a grocery store before I get Kerry King, because Tom could move on, I think.
Kerry King is actually, I saw a thing on this, he is actually a professional snake breeder. Have you seen this?
I'm not.
Yeah, it was a really cool thing where they, it was the guys, I believe, from that metal show. They went to his place and he just has a whole snake breeding setup basically in his basement, and he just breeds and does this thing, and that's kind of his side thing. So yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, he actually had what, a king snake or something? Not a king snake. What's like the most deadliest snake out there? Like
Black
king
Mamba or whatever?
Well, like a king cobra or something. Like
Yeah.
a king cobra in there, and he's like, yeah, carry no touchy, the king cobra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But
So would you want to see Slayer like call it quits?
no, not at all.
You don't want to see him?
Not at all. But actually, when you read through this interview, there was another interview where Kerry King said that he had like 6 to 8 songs.
Yeah, I
written.
did see that.
Right, he already had them written, and then when Tom Araya was asked about this, he's like, yeah, I heard the same thing. I don't know. I mean, that's basically what I got.
So you don't think they're on the same term?
No, I think that Kerry's in there like writing his stuff, and that he's just like doesn't exactly know what Kerry's doing. That's what, because I've read this interview about 5 times while you were looking for the damn stickers
That were in your pocket.
That were in my pocket. Safe.
They were in his pocket. In the pocket.
Safe and snuggled in my pockets. And yeah, it's a sticky situation, man. And I hope they work this stuff out.
Like these stickers that were in your pocket.
They were very sticky. They were nice and snug in the Ziploc bag that they were in.
Yeah.
But anyway, dude, like I really hope that they fucking work.
You
this
think
shit
they want
out
to work it out? Yeah.
I hope they do, man, because this would be a shitty thing to just see Slayer or any other band just split up over money, and that's usually what happens at the end of it. Because like it's also saying in this article, it's like, you know, when Tom Araya first joined Slayer, they were just a bunch of like-minded individuals who wanted to play music, and before he knew it, it became just a band that just had to make music for business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeff had the same kind of mindset.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tom Araya actually said something in another interview where he wished that he could have done something more for Jeff Hammond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, he said it's not enough that we ended with Angel of Death, which
Yeah.
is a tribute to him. He wished it could have been more.
You wish he could have actually done something when he realized the guy was struggling with fucking alcoholism and all the other shit that caused his liver to fail and all that crazy shit, but I don't know, man. I mean, I hope they figure it out, because that would suck to see Slayer quit on such shitty terms. You know
I agree.
What I mean? I hope it would just be a mutual agreement.
Because they haven't had a lot of lineup changes.
No, not really at all. They've all been very consistent. They've been a very consistent band. So I hope they figure this shit out. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
But after 35 years of just working with the same guys, I can see that. I mean, I could get sick of your shit.
I'll tell you. Tell the words right out of my mouth.
35 fucking years of being with you. My God, fuck you, man.
Oh my God. Well, we're going to move right along to our main news story. This is a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that we disagree on. We're going to get right into it.
We do
Ronnie
disagree on
James
this.
Dio, a hologram. What?
You go first. You
want me to go
on this.
first?
Yeah, I want to hear your
Okay,
take on this.
I don't agree with it.
Because I don't see how you could not think this isn't cool.
I think it's a cool. I mean, I guess it's a great idea.
It's the future, baby.
It's just no, like it's no more. Like he's dead. Let him die. You know.
He's dead, but sure. But I mean, why can't we watch his DVDs? Why can't we pay to see money? Okay, because basically what this is there's.
I was going first.
There's.
No, go ahead. I'm kidding.
All right, okay.
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
All right, there's a company called Eye Illusion who does this crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
Holographic.
They did the thing
right?
with Tupac and Michael
Right,
Jackson.
and it was
shit.
let me look at it. It was in Wacken Open Air 2016 that they first showed this off, and I even showed it to you before we did this, right? And I thought it looked pretty cool. And basically, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be playing set lists, I guess, that were previously recorded. You know, that include Holy Diver, Rainbow in the Dark, We Rock, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And they're going to be playing with. So basically, there's going to be a hologram, and there's going to be the real band members from Dio, such as Simon Wright. You got Craig Goldie, Scott Warren. And you even got Tim Ripper Owens.
He's doing backup, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be doing like some backup thing, right? So while this cool
Oni Morgan's going to be in it too from Lynch Mob.
Right.
That's cool.
So basically, I mean, even though Dio's dead, I mean, I think it's cool as long as and we saw the hologram, and I thought it looked pretty cool.
Hey, I don't have a problem with the way it looks.
It sounded cool.
It's just one of those things where it's like you're not going to be able to get those little things from concerts. You know, like things like he's not going to point at someone and wink at him.
Well, he might, but it's going to be from.
But it's not real.
20 years ago or something.
It's not real.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You know,
that's
sometimes
true.
you get a little more. Like for example, Iced Earth live in
Ancient Curion.
Yeah. Okay. So in the middle of that fucking set, dude, man, picks up their flag and is like, hey, hand me that, man, you know, and puts it out to the audience and shows everyone the flag. Dio's not going to do that.
No.
Dio's not going to, if anything, he's going to be like, you know, how you guys doing, whatever, but he's not talking to them, you know, I don't know. I just think that, you know, as much as, maybe I'm being too selfish, but I've never seen him, though. I would love to see Dio.
I've never seen Dio either, and
I'd love to see Dio, but it's one of those things where it's like, I couldn't legitimize it. Yeah, legitimize it. You know, it's just one of those things. I hate to do that.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to pay like $120 for a pit seat for this. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like, to me, like just going to see a movie or something. Except it's live. You know, because as we know, Black Sabbath is calling it quits. You know what I mean? But in 10 years from now, I finally get the means and the money to go somewhere to see a concert, and it's like a holographic projection. You know, I mean. It's not the same thing, but it's the next best thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I could never see Black Sabbath live, I mean, it would be at least cool to be in a venue, you know, with a bunch of fans and all that kind of stuff.
And I mean,
the live ambiance.
I'm just being bitter, because honestly, his wife really approves, which is nice.
Does.
She says it's really, truly amazing.
And it's probably a money thing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, and she said it's truly amazing, and, you know, it's nice and all.
I thought it looked kind of cool, though.
It did look cool.
I think it looked kind of neat.
Would you do that? Okay, here we go. What's the one, like, heavy metal artist that you would want to see, like, hologram besides Dio?
Motorhead. I'd like to see
You'd like to see Lemmy?
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool to do. Yeah. Because I never got to see Motorhead live either, but if I could see the remaining band members in, like, some high-tech Star Trek-ish fucking projection of Lemmy actually doing a show that he had done before live, and it sounds cool. I mean, it's definitely not the same thing.
And here's the thing too. Say cool. You know, say that hologram fucks up. It's like, all right, well.
Yeah, I remember like when I saw. I've seen movies too, you know, where like the projector fucks up and they're just like, all right, sorry, go home, you got your
Yeah, so it's like, it's one of those things, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely ruin everything. I don't know if it would, I wonder if there'd be a riot. Remember like that Guns N' Roses Metallica thing in
James
Canada?
Lit his hair on fire?
Yeah, I wonder if there would just be a riot because the fucking hologram fucked up. I don't know, maybe.
You never know.
I think it's kind of neat though. I mean,
it's creative. And
I think it's very creative, and I think it's very futuristic, and I embrace that kind of thing. But I don't know. I definitely wouldn't pay like $100 to see it. You know what I mean?
What's your limit?
Because 80? It's not the deal. It's not the real deal. I'd say maybe like
50
to 60 bucks or something like that. That would be cool. I'd be down with that, but I definitely wouldn't pay like $120 for a fucking seat.
Now here's my question too. Say
something.
You know. Because Dio doesn't own a lot of. Dio owns the songs.
Right.
It's one of those things where it's like, who does Sabbath sue? The hologram? Did they show the?
I imagine they sue his wife or something.
I guess.
You know, but I mean, I think there is a thing like when you play songs live, it's different than.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Except when the terms of Iron Maiden.
But it's projected.
Yeah, except Iron Maiden can't play "Hallowed Be Thy Name" live.
Well, they can. They just don't do it out of. They do it out of respect.
Right.
They can play, which is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, so playing songs live is different than putting them on a disc. So.
But wouldn't it technically be projected? Because it's on a projector, so it's like TV. I get it's live, but so is like Monday Night Raw. That's live.
That's true. Right? But like 90% of it's live because the other band members are there playing live. It's just the dead guy. He's not there because he's fucking dead. But you know, like, I mean, I don't know. It's the next best thing to me, and I mean, maybe I would have to reserve my final judgment for if I actually saw it live. But from the video that I saw, I'd be like, this is kind of neat. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't think I'd pay a lot of money for it. I don't think I'd really go out of my way to see it. But it seems like the future, dude. It seems pretty neat.
Maybe
but I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion because I understand what you're saying because it's not the real deal.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the real deal.
Maybe I just think it's a little not insulting to charge for shit like that, but just I don't think he would want to do it. You know.
I think there's a thing in here actually at the end of it. They were saying that if Dio was alive, he probably thought it was cool. I can't remember.
Well, that's great, no, but we don't know what he really says.
Yeah, he might have.
I don't know. Cool. They know more than me.
I think it's neat. I think it's cool. It just kind of reminds me of the holodeck on Star Trek or something. It just seems neat to me.
That's nice. I get that, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, guys, that's all the news this week, guys. Not a whole lot of news going on this week.
But some interesting topics.
But some really interesting topics.
I like it.
And 3 really big bands that we, got to talk about and learn a little bit from. So that's always a key. Are you ready for the topic?
No, not really.
You're not ready?
I never am.
Well, you're going to be ready.
No.
It's not that difficult.
I know it's never not that difficult for you.
For you. You're going first this time, too.
All right. I hate you.
Okay, so what are your top 3 favorite heavy metal solos?
All right.
Solos.
Solos. So not songs.
No, just
We're
solos.
talking solos. Okay. Number 1 is going to be The Shortest Straw by Metallica off
Yeah.
of Just For All. I love that fuck. It is so wild. You know what I mean? It's just like, it just comes out of nowhere, and I don't know, it's just something about it that I really love. And, shit, alright. Let's say number 2, I want to go really cliche, and I want to say No More Tears.
No More Tears?
I love that. I fucking love that solo.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really, really love that solo. Like, I think about it a lot. And, I don't know, man. I come back to Metallica because Kirk Hammett is my favorite guitar player of all time.
Jesus.
And I don't know, man. I guess I could just pick any random one, but I'm thinking like Wherever I May Roam. I love that one.
Really?
That was one of the ones that I always wanted to learn how to play when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But that's a super hard question because honestly, I could think about that question all day. All week, and come up with different. And each day there'd be a different fucking one. So I'll just go Metallica, Aussie Metallica. Fuck it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, mine number 3. I have to go with No Remorse off Kill 'Em All.
Very nice.
That solo.
I love that solo.
Stupid fucking.
That's
good.
a stupid because that's actually not to interrupt you, but that is one of the only Metallica songs that starts out with a solo.
Yeah. Yeah, and I dig every spot of solo in that fucking shit.
So do you like the first solo or because there's like actually?
I like the
last one.
Yeah,
okay, because it starts out with a solo and then it goes into another solo.
The part that really gets me hard is it's not really a solo, but it's the part like
Love it.
Anyway, that's what comes to my head.
Preaching in the choir, man.
Most definitely. Well, number 2, probably Stranglehold by Ted Nugent.
Okay.
I love that solo as well.
That's a good solo.
Like,
yeah.
It's really good, man. It's just a really kick-ass song. I think it's just to make fun of it because he says like, if your house gets in my way, I'll burn it down. It's like, can't you just walk around it?
I guess.
I gotta burn it down, I don't know.
So, yeah.
But anyway, I love that solo. I love that song. That album is great. Ted Nugent, he's a pioneer. I think he's really underrated. Not a lot of people give him the credit that he really deserves.
Man. That guy's a badass.
Yeah, he's shooting animals on stage with bow and arrow. That's fucking metal.
He'll outlive the roaches. You know what I mean?
And I don't think he gets the credit he deserved because he was doing a lot of these things on stage before a lot of other bands, such as like Motley Crue, for example. Nikki Sixx will talk all day, where like Kiss and Ted Nugent aren't any of his influences. I'm like, dude, your first album, you were in white and black paint, and like you cited Gene Simmons on your album, and then Ted Nugent. That's the thing. That's actually Max, Frank, and I were talking about this the other day in the car, but. Anyway, so Ted Nugent, Stranglehold, definitely number 2. Cool and number 1, I'm going to go really cliche here, and I'm going to do Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne. Because Mr. Crowley is so goddamn good.
So they got 2 Ozzy things on there.
And I'm going to throw in an honorable mention because I'm always a cheater, and that's just what I do. Hangar 18. Hangar 18.
That's a good one.
The whole second part of the song is a solo.
Do you think it is? That whole fucking song is
dun, dun, dun.
Really, Rust in Peace is just a giant fucking solo, man. The whole album.
That's why it was on my top 10.
Same. It was on mine too. Number, 3?
Yeah.
Something like that?
So, would you have an honorable mention?
Yeah, I would. I'd probably say... I love Testament's Practice What You Preach solo. The Practice What.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
a good
that
solo.
one. But I mean, like I said, man, I mean, like, if we did this topic next week, it's gonna be
different.
It's gonna, except for Shortest Straw, because I really love that song.
Shortest Straw.
I've
Harvester of Sorrow is my favorite song off the record.
Yeah, I love that song too. Like I love that song, but just in terms of solo, it's so just chaotic. It's a chaotic, just comes out of nowhere.
That's how I feel about Slayer solos. They're just really just aggravated noise, and I dig that. I'm not
AOL dial-up connections.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like the solo for World Painted Blood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, man.
Yeah, I mean, like Slayer solos are very chaotic, but I feel like Metallica solos they just fit so perfectly with the damn song, man. It's like it's there's nothing like it, honestly. In my personal opinion, it's just there's something very special about a Metallica solo, especially on the first four actually even Black Album has really great solos.
Wolf of Man.
Yeah, Wolf of Man. Like
you know what song? You know what album doesn't have solos?
Saint Anger, because it's a fucking
abysmal. It's an abortion of an album.
It should have been slapped back down to hell, where it fucking belongs, and just forgotten about.
No, that album
is
not worthy of hell. It was like Made in Purgatory or something like that. Like someone was waiting. Someone who was waiting around to go to either heaven or hell was like, I got an idea. I'll write a couple songs.
God, it's so bad. Actually, when I first bought the album, it actually came with a second disc where they played everything live. You know, because the production value was so god awful, and it's like almost like they realized it in hindsight at the last second. Oh, we'll just play the whole fucking thing live, and it'll sound a little bit better. And it did sound a little bit better, but the songs themselves are just generally fucking awful.
All right, so
terrible.
Here's a question for you.
Fuck.
You're stuck on an island, and you can only take either the single. Saint Anger, the song.
The single.
The single.
I'm madly in anger with you.
Or When the Eagle Cries.
Oh, God.
Which song?
Could I just drown myself in 1 inch of water?
No, you had to say one.
I couldn't just drown myself in 1 inch of water.
Which one would you take?
I'd probably take Saint Anger.
I would take When the Eagle Cries.
Really? Yeah.
Because at least it's Tim Owens. Tim Ripper Owens.
Yeah, it's true. But at least like Saint Anger starts out kind of cool, like and then it just like it's fucking awful.
How could they?
Yeah.
Why would they?
No, dude. Saint Anger at least.
When the eagle.
At least Saint Anger has 30 seconds of coolness in it, and then it just falls like madly in anger with you. Like who the fuck wrote that? It's probably Kirk.
The Ripper, Kirk, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, guys, this has been another amazing episode of Metal4Metal.
I like this episode.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys' support. We appreciate if you guys give a like to these local bands that we're always naming on the show. They really deserve it. These guys in the next room, Silver Tongue Devils.
Should we just wake them up?
No. They're probably already awake because we're annoying. The Gutter Saints, Hearts on Fire, Hyper Mutant, Stardog, Glam Nation. All these amazing bands, Energy, please give them a like. Listen to their stuff. Don't forget Energy's single is out, Not My President. You can look it up on Bandcamp. Don't forget to check out Monsters from Outer Space. Their merch is on Bandcamp as well.
Energy has their music video on YouTube, and there's like a behind the scenes thing too. Yeah.
Guys, do not forget, next month in August, we're gonna have 3 Metal Hammer episodes.
Oh shit.
That's a lot of editing.
That's a lot of editing, man.
The first week, we're going to have Stardog on the show, who is a band that opened up for Monsters and Gutter Saints. Mm-hmm. At the Tin Roof, they're also going to be playing an SPCA fundraiser show.
I saw that.
The 19th, which we're all really excited for.
That's cool.
So bring your animals up to SPCA and listen to some kick-ass rock. The next week after that, Hyper Mutants are going to be on the bill, or on the show, rather, where they were on the same bill as Soda City Riot, Alert the Media, and Casual Sam the other night at the Mill. And of course, ending our awesome week, month in August, Glam Nation is going to be on the show right before their big show, September 2nd at the Windjammer. So all these great bands going to be on here. Please give them a like, comment, subscribe. Please give a like, comment, subscribe to us on Metal4Metal, on our YouTube channel. If we could take all those likes on Facebook and make them subscribes on YouTube, we would much appreciate it. Plus, don't forget to message us about some merch. Of course, we have our stickers here and our Metal4Metal shirts. I can make you a custom one, whatever you want. $5. Don't worry about shipping and handling. Just give me 5 doll hairs and 1 doll hair for the Metal4Metal sticker.
Come on, nobody's that broke. You know what I mean?
You can't be that broke.
You can't be. And if you are,
help us get a new mic.
I feel so sorry for you.
Guys, this has been the Metal4Metal Network. Guys, we really appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to check out our Energy interview coming up pretty soon. Again, I'm PJ Steven, that's Dennis Parker, and this has been Metal4Metal, and you guys are continuously kicking ass.